mom used to complain to my dad. So when I found out that trait was in me, I wasn't married, but I discovered I have that trait. So I called my elder brother on phone. He was maybe 2 years or 3 years into his marriage. And I said, bro, I find myself doing this thing that mom said they complain. He said, hey! He said, my wife, they complain the same thing. I said, get rid of it. Glory to God. I said, get rid of it. He said, but he never see this one thing. I'm saying it. I said, me, I'm preparing for my future. By being observant, you can know things and understand trends. Not everything is spiritual. Are we get what I'm saying now? He also said we must learn from what? Others' experience. That we must learn from other experience. That is not, I like the way he put it. He said, how many of your experience do you want to learn from? Do you understand? How many of your experience do you want to learn from? How many mistakes do you want to make in life before you will learn? But there are people who have made mistakes for you. Glory to God. There are people who have what? Who have made mistakes for you, so you learn from that mistake. And there are people who have done things right for your own sake, so that what? You can be able to pattern your life, pattern your goals, pattern your dream, pattern your ambitions towards it. So it's very important for us to do those things. So I'm going to continue from where he talks on timeless wisdom. Listen to me. This is not a teaching on dispensing information. So when we're saying proverb, it's not about just giving you information or giving you word that you need. See, in this day that information is not scarce anymore. That you just press GOOGLE, you have all the information you have. You go on your WhatsApp, you use your Meta AI, you have information. Information is not scarce to us anymore. It's available. I was talking to someone the other day and was telling me that I just got a house in US. He just told me the name of the street and the number. Instantly, I just put it. They gave me the house. I just screenshot. I said to him, he said, hi, how do you know it? I said, this is information. You gave me the information. I put it on my system. You bought it out. That is the level that we are in. Do you understand? I'm not talking about people living in Guandodo or BIG across. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Your house will not come outside. No, that's not like you put your house on Google Map. Mama say, no, this place does not exist. Google will never locate the house. You just when you are driving to that place, it will tell you turn right. You reach the destination. You call the person and say, oh God, you never reach. You park your car where you did. They try to come mountain. Do you understand? But information is available for us everywhere. You don't lack information. Are you get something out? If at this age you are still lacking information concerning anything in your life, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I say it all the time that your phone should not be what? Smarter than you. Your phone should not be smarter than you. Many of you like good phones, but you are not using the phone to the maximum. You are not. You must learn to become better than yesterday. How do you do that? By deliberately adding value to yourself. So why are we teaching timeless wisdom? So that value can be given unto you. Now listen to me. There are wisdom and there are wisdom. There is a wisdom of the word and there are wisdom of God. There's a wisdom of the word and there are wisdom of the word. The wisdom of the word is not timeless. The information of the word is not timeless. So the information valid for today might not be valid in 10 years' time. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Now, if there is an information that you need in your area of study or your field of study now that will help you grow in that field right now, in 15, 20 years' time, this thing that helps you today might not be valid anymore. Like for instance, when computer came and programming started, the programming language that was being used in system is not the same thing today. That means that information is no longer valid today. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Now, for you in the banking sector, the information that they used 20 years ago is not the same thing today. Are we together? So in the world, the information is not timeless. The wisdom of the world is not timeless. It is only God's wisdom that navigates through generations. That it is valid 2,000 years ago, and in 2,000 years to come, it will still be valid. Are you getting what I'm saying, church? So that's the wisdom of God that we are talking about. So we're talking about timeless wisdom. You can say, oh, Pastor want to teach another thing. No. I'm teaching you principles that will work here, now, that you can save it for your generations to come. That children unborn, in 1,000 years, if Jesus tarries, this wisdom will still be available for them to guide them through lives. Are we together, church? So that's why it's important for us to understand these things. There is a timeless wisdom. There's wisdom needed for you to navigate life. So sometimes I see people struggle in life in things they should not be struggling on. I see people praying for things they should not be praying for because they lack wisdom. Because they lack wisdom. Because they lack wisdom. Greed, selfishness, pride has destroyed many people. I don't want to jump my notes. Am I making sense? The Bible says that wisdom is the what? Is the principal things that in all you're getting. What does it say you get? Get wisdom. It says, in all you're getting, get wisdom. And I like how the NLT put it. He said, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgments. Proverbs 4 verse 7. Getting wisdom is the what? Is the wisest thing you can do. Listen to me. That is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. To get wisdom. That's why we laid the foundation last week. That's how do you get wisdom? By studying, being deliberate. By being deliberate, studying. Have a desire to know. You have to get it. You don't understand? You have to get it. James said this. He said, he that lacks wisdom, let him ask. And the Father will give liberally. He will give it. As a believer, you can lack many things, but not wisdom. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Because your Father is the God of wisdom. He's the Lord of wisdom. He's the one that has wisdom. With wisdom, the earth was built. Everything was crafted. And you are struggling to know. Say, I'm not struggling to know. Say, I'm not struggling to know. I'm not struggling to know. Open your Bible with me to the book of Proverbs. Let me show you something. Proverbs 1 verse 3. Let's start from verse 2. Give me NLT or Passion Translation. Within these sayings will be found the revelation of wisdom and impartation of what? Of spiritual understanding. Use them what? As key to unlock what? So the wisdom in the book of Proverbs are what? Are used to unlock treasures of key, of good knowledge. So I say this. If you can do this every day of your life, ensure that you read one book of the proverb every day. We just only have 131 books in the book of Proverbs. Ensure that you just read what? Just one chapter every day. Read one chapter every day. And you will, if you do this for the next 12 months, every day of your life, you will see how wise you will become. How smart you will become. How intelligent you will become. People who say you are dumb will begin to say, no, there's something about you. People who say you have anger problem, something will disappear. People who say you don't have patience, no, there's something about you. People who think you don't know how to make money, they will see how now you now know how to make money. Even though the Bible, when we say that the Bible is not a book for how to make money or all those things, but there are instructions there to guide you and help you navigate life in every area of your life. In marriage, relationship, finances, every area. In every area. So in verse 3, it says what? Those who what? Cling to this word will receive what? Discipline to them in what? To choose what is right and what? just and fair. So those who cling to this word, those who obey it, those who do it will receive discipline to demonstrate wisdom in every relationship. In everything they do, there is guidance for you. You know what to do. You know how to navigate life. Verse 4. This proverb will what? Give you what? To do what? Did you see that now? It will give you grace to teach the immature, to make them wise, to give the youth the understanding of their design and destiny. So you want to know your destiny. You want to understand the design, purpose, how to live with people. Don't joke with the book of Proverbs. Make it your anchor book. There are many good books in the Bible, but don't joke with the book of Proverbs. Are you getting something now? It teaches that there is enough wisdom for all you need in life in it. All you need in life in it. Next verse. He said, for the wise, those proverbs. So the verse 5 was talking about what? For the immature, young child who are not very smart, and youth, right? Now, it's okay, me, I'm wise. Okay, now, for the wise, what it says, this proverb will make you what? So if you are wise and smart, do you still need it? You still need it. And for those for those with discernment, you will be able to acquire what? Brilliant and strategy for leadership. Are you getting that? So right here, he's trying to define, to let us know what the book of Proverbs entails. Next verse, verse 6. He said, this for the wise, next verse, verse 6. The kingdom revelation will break open your understanding to unveil deeper meanings of parable, poetic riddles, epigrams, and to unravel the words in enigmas of the words of the wise. Verse 7, that's where I'm going to. He said, how then does a man gain essence of wisdom? We cross the thresholds of true knowledge when we live in what? In obedience to what? Devotion to God. Stubborn know it all. We never stop to do it. Do you see that now? For they scorn through wisdom and knowledge. So there are people who think they know it all. There are people who do what? Who think they know it all. He says, stubborn know it all. We never stop to do it. So they will continue to be stubborn. I think KJV or NLT says, he said the fear of God is the what? Is the beginning of wisdom. So right, they say, how does a man gain essence of wisdom? He said, we cross the threshold of true knowledge when we live in obedience and devotion to God. When we live in what? In obedience and devotion to God. So it is important that what? As believers, I think this breeze is for me. Glory to God. The cheap as AC. Glory to God. Let me show you a scripture, Proverbs 2. Proverbs 2. My intention was to read Proverbs 1 to 3 tonight, but because of time, we will not be able to do that. I just want to advise you, every one of you, please, let's ensure that we read one just book of Proverbs all through this month. Ensure that you are doing that. One chapter in a day. Proverbs 2, starting with from verse 1. From verse 1. Are we there? Okay, said, my child, will you treasure my wisdom, then only then will you acquire it, and only if you accept my advice and hide it within you, will you do what? Will you succeed? So when you want to succeed, so this is the king telling his son, you know, let me tell you something. When a poor man advises somebody, you might look and say, this guy is a poor man. But when a rich man advises you, what do you do? Because you see, whether you get result to show. This is what they advise me, don't do what? You don't get result to show. Now, the poor man might be saying the right thing. But because you can't see results, you might not be able to follow it. But right here, this is a king telling his son, giving him principles of life, telling him how to navigate life. He has seen it, he has been there. He has led people, he has fought wars, he has fought battles. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So his son was smart enough to be able to pen out these things. to pen it down for us. So if you and the Bible said that Solomon was what? Was one of the wisest people that ever lived. So if he was wise and he wrote it down, and you have it every day, carrying it up and down on your smartphone, and you don't read it, then I don't want to call you what you are. So he said, my child, will you treasure my wisdom? Then only then will you acquire it, and only if you accept my advice and add it within you, that you what? You will succeed. Verse 2. Media, please be fast. So train your heart to listen to what? When I speak, and open your spirit wide to expand your what? Your discernment. Then pass it on to what? Your sons and daughters. So the wisdom you are receiving, what are you supposed to do with it? To pass it on. Next verse. So yes, cry out for comprehension and intercede for what? For insight. Next verse. I want to show you something. For if you keep seeking it like a man who seeks for sterling silver, searching in hiding places for cherished treasure, then you will discover the fear of the Lord and find the true knowledge of what? Of God. Verse 6. He said, wisdom is a what? From a what? Wisdom is a what? And every word he speaks is full of revelation, becomes a fountain of understanding within you. Verse 7. He said, for the Lord has a hidden storehouse of wisdom, made accessible to his words. Are you seeing what I'm showing you? What does God ask? Are you among them? Are you one of them? Are you sure? He said, he becomes your personal bodyguard as you follow his way, protecting and guiding you as you choose what is what. Did you get what you just said now? He said, he becomes your personal bodyguard. What becomes your personal bodyguard? Okay, now you are following me carefully. Then verse 9. He said, then you will discover all that is just and proper, fear, and be empowered to make the right decisions as you walk into your what? Destiny. You see that? So as you walk into your destiny, because you are full of wisdom, you'll be able to discern, to make right decisions and right choices. Because you are full of wisdom, because you have a guiding principles in life. When wisdom wins your heart and revelation breaks in, what happened? Two pleasures enter your souls. Two pleasures enter your souls. Proverbs 3 verse 13. Proverbs 3 verse 13. He says, those who find true wisdom obtain tools for understanding the proper way to live, for they will have a fountain of blessing pouring into their lives. To gain the riches of wisdom is far greater than what? Gaining the weight of this world. Let's pause here. Let's look at this scripture again. He said, through those who find what? Through wisdom with what? The proper way to live. So, those who find true wisdom obtain what? The tools for understanding and to know the proper way to live life. For they will have fountain of words. So what does wisdom gives to you? Please follow. You see, until you understand these things, that when you have wisdom, there are things that follow you. You know, when the Bible says, surely God's goodness, mercy runs after you all days of your life, it means that when you have wisdom, what follows you all your life? So there is a blessings that follow you. It's a fountains of blessings following you all your lives, because you have wisdom to navigate life. And I'm going to give you some 4 things that you need for tonight that makes blessings to follow you. So he said, for they will have fountains of blessing pouring into their lives. To gain the riches of wisdom is far, far greater than what? Gaining the weight of the world. So right there, the man was trying to compare the weight of this word to wisdom. So right now, if they ask you, as a young man, will you choose wisdom or $1 million? will you choose wisdom or $1 million? Now, I can bet it 90% of everybody in this church will go for what? $1 million. But listen to me. I can also bet it that in 10 years from now, you are back to 90% also is back to square one. Not even having $1 million. Because it takes wisdom to manage money. Are you getting what I'm saying now? You are doubting me. You are looking at me that PI is not possible. I will tell you why it's possible. The little salary you are making, how are you spending it? So if your little salary is bringing you back to zero, it means that when you have $1 million, it will bring you back to zero. Because you have not had the wisdom to know how to navigate money. You will always come down to your level. I'm telling you the truth. So it's not because you don't have money. Have you seen people who are making 50K, 30K? And you let that guy don't buy land and you ask him, how did you buy land? You don't understand. His salary is so poor. Now, the land might not be one of the best land in the state of Abuja. It might be in one village, but he have wisdom to buy a land. Are you getting what I'm saying now? And start farming in that land. But you are oppressing him with your iPhone. You have wisdom to buy iPhone of 450K. He has wisdom to buy a land. Do you see the difference? Same salary. So when the Bible says wisdom is far greater than gaining the wealth of this world, he understands what he's saying. Are you learning something? So there are many of you in this place, all your aspirations is to buy air. Many of the guys here is to buy a car. You don't understand. That is your dream. There's nothing wrong in having such dreams. In building house, in having your own home. But listen, if you have wisdom, you will be able to discern what to do first. Some things that you desire, they are not what you need. They are not the art of necessity. They are your desire, but it's not what you need. Let me tell you the truth. At the right time, we have everything we crave for. Are you getting us now? What do I say? We have it. And many of us, we need to learn delayed gratification. What does it mean? It means that there are some things that you desire. You need to learn to delay it. Look at how money is. Go and print your statement of accounts. How many of you does not? Everybody have a smartphone here. Go to your mobile app. Say, give me statement of accounts. You are not changing your expenses. So just go and check the total amount of money that enters, that goes through your account in 1 month. That's when you know, how? I ask you, how much do you have now? He said, glory to God. I was asking a young lady who started a business some month ago. I said, what's happening to your business? What happened? He said, Pastor. I said, I don't understand. I said, both capital and profit is gone. Wisdom. We tell you that you don't spend capital. You can spend profit. Are you getting what I'm saying now? If you have $1 million now, what are you doing with it? You know. The enemy of your village don't die. That village you have not gone to. You don't understand. Someone in Yoruba say, that means when your hand has not achieved your desires, you will never ask the that keep your father. That's why my daddy has died 10 years ago. I need to turn the dead around. I want to turn it about. You remember, see, I've not been to my village in a long time. I need to go there. That's when some of you, no. This is my friends, you know. Guy, how far? Some of you will not even sleep in your house anymore. You don't sleep in your house. You don't sleep. That's why you know some people will have dreams. Dreams. The way they are planning their wedding already. What wedding? Yacht wedding. Somebody was asking me, Pastor, do you like yacht? I said, I don't like to die in water. I like yacht, but I don't want to die in water. I don't know. You mean all this one what they do for road, they never reach. Now it's a water. Calm down. What am I trying to say? What? He said to gain the riches of wisdom is what? Is far greater than the wealth of the world. Let this be your aspiration and desire in this life. That you are gaining more value and more wisdom. Not just saying it, that you are applying it. that you are applying it. Wisdom will tell you to be disciplined. To be disciplined. To be disciplined. Is somebody getting blessed in this church? What verse are we? Verse 13. Verse 14. I like this. It says, as wisdom increases, what happened? A great treasure is imparted. So the more you grow in wisdom, the more your treasure grows, the more your knowledge grows, the more your impact grows, the more you are able to do much more. As your wisdom grows, the more they will place value on you. You don't get what I'm saying? You are looking for money, but look for wisdom. When you have wisdom, they will pay you $1 million for the knowledge that you have. In your industry, they will not be able to do it without you. They will not be able to do it. But you are not applying the wisdom. You are not going for wisdom. You are too busy looking at people that should be looking at you. You didn't hear what I just said now? You are too busy online watching people that should be looking at you. Learning from people that should be learning from you. Reading posts of people that should be reading your own post. Admiring people's clothes that should be admiring the clothes that you are the one that's supposed to sew it. Wisdom should tell you that every time you're just googling from screenshotting clothes that you want to buy. We're supposed to be a clothes maker. You don't understand what I'm saying now? Every day you're screenshotting shoes. We're supposed to be a shoemaker. When you can just wisdom tell me, since I have passion for shoes, why can't I learn it? Why can't I learn to make shoes? Okay, I don't need to learn to make shoes. There's a guy who knows how to make shoes, but he does not know how to sell. Why can't I partner with him to be selling his shoes for him? Are you get what I'm saying now? He said, as wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted, greater than many bars of refined gold. Are you get what I'm saying, church? That wisdom is greater than even gold and silver. The refined one. So they bring the bars of gold right now, and they drop it here, boom. But then they choose between gold and wisdom. Choose between gold and wisdom. Is a good. But then is laughing. I want to party. Say, I hope you are not going to say, I want to choose wisdom. But listen, gold is good. But in no time, you will get back to square one. Because you don't even have the knowledge to know what to do with that thing. That's why it's important. Some of the things you are praying for, the reason God has not given you is because you have not equipped yourself for it. Are you getting what I'm saying, church? Let me say this. Be equipped for the opportunities and for the life you are praying for. Be equipped for it. Some of you, you keep praying to God, bless me, open doors for me. How equipped are you for that thing? Seek wisdom. Let wisdom equip you. By wisdom, be equipped. By wisdom, be equipped. Be equipped for your future. Be equipped for your opportunities. Listen to me. You may not be ready, but be equipped. Are you getting what I'm saying, church? What do I say? You may not be ready, but be equipped. Everyone that God used, they were not ready, but they were equipped for that assignment. You don't understand? It is not when God called them, they start learning the Bible. They start knowing about God. They already knows about God, but they were equipped, they were not ready. It's a two different thing. There is a job opportunity for you. You are not ready for the job, but you are equipped for it. Are you get what I'm saying now? Because you do not know it's a different ball game. They bring a business to you. Yes, you are not ready for it, but you are equipped. You already know what to do. You know where to get it. It's money you are looking for. Some of you right now understand what I'm saying now. You are ready for that opportunity. You are equipped, but it's just money. So they might just throw one money to, I don't know what to, but you know what to do. Tell them about be equipped. Be equipped. And wisdom is how to be equipped. Get wisdom. Get wisdom. Get wisdom. Let wisdom equip you for your future. Are you getting what I'm saying? Let wisdom equip you. You have dreams. You have aspirations. Start equipping yourself towards it. Have a journal for yourself where you are writing things that you are learning. progress you are making. Progress you are making. It baffles me when I see young boys, young girls who cannot use Microsoft Word, Excel at this age and time, who does not understand what the IT world is saying at this age and time. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. But you know everything about TikTok and Instagram and WhatsApp status. Something's wrong. Say, get wisdom. Tell your neighbor, say, get wisdom. Say, get wisdom. It's important. It's important. Get wisdom. Let wisdom teach you. Go online, ask questions, meet people. I think I'm jumping my note. Let me just go into it once and for all so that we can close tonight. Let me give us 4 things that we need. Are you getting better at all? Number 1, timeless wisdom that you need for this purpose of this teaching is what? Be a true friend. It is wisdom for you to know that for you to navigate this life, you need to be a good friend. I'm not saying you should have good friend first. You be a good friend to people. I know many times we've been saying this. Have good friends. Have good friends. Have good friends. As good and as important as that is, I found out that many people who are not good friends, even in church, good friends are lacking everywhere. Everybody's looking for good friends. Then who is not the bad friend? Everybody's saying, you ask me, I don't do girls. All these girls self, they are this thing. She's a girl, oh. She's not looking for male friend. All the guys too are saying, see, me I don't do all these guy friends self. His girl, I don't understand what people are looking for. Everybody who says, my mom will say, if you see someone who stand on the road and say, this one is a stupid person, this one is mad, this one is mad, this one is mad. He said, go and look at that person. That person is full of insanity. So if you see someone who complains about people, all your friends are wrong and bad, check yourself. You are the bad egg. Learn to be a good person. How can you be in this world you don't have any friend? Something is wrong with you. Wisdom tells you that you cannot navigate life without friendship. You cannot get to anywhere in life without friendship. Read my lips. Timeless wisdom. There's a limit to how far you can go in life without right friends. We need friends to connect us. The reason why some of you are jobless because you are not a true friend. Who will tell you about the job? Ask people, how do you get your job? One of my friends, we finished service together. One guy I met somewhere. One guy just told me about it and I applied. Somebody must give you that information. Everybody is withholding information for you because you are not a true friend. Nobody is chatting you up. The only people you are chatting with are people that want to sleep with you and you want to sleep with. Something is wrong somewhere. If they are not toasting you, you are not answering them. And some people are like that. These are their handies. They put guarding everywhere. The only people they chat with are the men they are toasting or they are toasting them. Something is wrong. Be a true friend. Be genuine in your friendship with people. Not because you want something from them. Not because you want to gain something from them. But because you genuinely care about them. Tell me the last time you reach out to someone and say, hello, how are you? How are you doing? I just let me check up on you. Genuinely. There are people that when you chat them up, they know something must drop. Something must drop. That's why I like that song. By one of those guys, I said, anyway, when call coming, money must drop. Who remember that? Who know that song? That say money must drop now. You don't know that song? Anyway, anyhow, I've forgotten how that guy sang. Everybody help me now. It's not a Christian song. It's anyway, anyhow, money must drop. Anytime they chat you, money must drop. They'll never be a true friend. Proverbs 17 verse 17. Let me show you the scripture. Proverbs 17 verse 17. He said, okay, a dear friend will love you no matter what, and a family sticks to the what? Through all kinds of trouble. Be a friend that sticks to someone in all kinds of trouble. He said, a friend loves at all times. A brother is born for a day of adversity. Be someone that is there for someone. Don't be looking for somebody to be there for you at all times. You be there for people. Tell me the last time you were truly there for someone. Tell me the last time you truly care about someone. The only people you care about are people that you know they had advantage over you. You keep sizing people up to be their friend. That is not how to be true friends. If they don't have what you want, you will never be their friend. No. Time and chances happen to them all. So it takes wisdom for me to know this person, I am better than him on earth, but yes, I am there because I understand time and chances. Because in 10 years' time, this person can be more than what I think that person would be. Let me give you a story. We had a conference just last week. There is a guy who came from US for one of our conference. When the guy came, one of the people he has worked for in Nigeria said, please, I want to meet him. As in, just let me know how life has changed. Time has changed. You can imagine somebody who worked for you. Now you are not the one who want to meet the person because the person is no longer where you left him. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Stop commonizing people. You don't know who is sitting down beside you. You don't know who. Right where we are. Your future is bright. Are you getting what I'm saying now? In 10 years' time, 20 years' time, you will not be who you are right now. That is why it's important. Not because of their future, but because you are a good person. Be kind to people. Be nice to people. Build genuine relationship for the future. Some of you don't even have covenant brothers or covenant sisters here. You don't even have anybody that you stay through with each other, that we will hold our hands, pray together, believe in each other for the future. No true friendship anymore. Every friendship now have something involved. Let us learn to be true friends with one another. One another. That there are no sentiments involved. He does not have money, but yes, he is my friend. She might not have good attitude, but yes, he's my friend. And everybody is complaining about them. We say, no, this one, I'm loyal to her. I will help her. We'll be praying for her until she succeeds. Until he succeeds. Am I making sense in this church? It's getting quiet too much in this church. Proverbs 18:24. Let me show you a scripture. Timeless wisdom. Be a true friend. Be a true friend. Proverbs 18:24. He said, one who has unreliable friends who comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a what? Than a brother. Be a friend that sticks closer than a brother. He said, but those who stumble and miss me will be sorry for the day. Okay, you read the one I'm quoting. Proverbs 18:24. Proverbs 18:24. 18:24. Proverbs 18. Some friends don't last for long, but there's one loving friend who was joined to your heart closer than any other. Are you get what I'm saying, church? You must learn to have such friends. Learn to have such friends. What can people say about you? Me, I'm not the friend. I don't know how to make friends. Something is wrong with you. You must learn to make friends. You must be a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Look at that guy that was sick in the Bible. Paralyzed. He can't walk. Two friends took him up. You, who are you taking up? Who? Who are you taking up? Who are you taking up? You must genuinely care for people. Some of you went to school. Listen to me. School is the time to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, the great and the mighty. Are you getting what I'm saying now? If only some of you knew that in that your school there were governors there, commissioner there, presidents there, captain of industry, but because we do not know who they are at that time, maybe the person does not even button in school very well. His hair is always rough, half tribal mark. You have judged that person. Only in 20 years' time, you see that person arising. That person used to be my classmate. You have lost it. The minister of information is a young guy in Nigeria in his 30s. He said when he became information, many of his friends say, guy, be my platoon mate. He said, no, you are not supposed to introduce yourself to me if you are my friend. Are you getting what I'm saying now? He said, you cannot come to my mate and introduce yourself to me. If you are my friend, we will not lose it in the first place. We might not be talking daily or every time, but when we say ourselves, we know we are friends. Are you getting what I'm saying? Don't introduce yourself to your friend. Try and keep that relationship. If it's once in 3 months, once in 6 months, once in 1 year, you keep that communication card for the open. Don't let that your friend become minister, president. Now my friend, you have lost it. You have lost it. Have your father not tell you story before? Of such stories before? You say, I was doing, we were hearing, obey, I mean, of that great musician Obe. We were hearing Obe one day in the car, me and my dad. He was not singing. So Obe was praising one guy in that song. I say, he knows the man. I look at Daddy. You know that man Obe is singing. Obe is not calling your name. And you have not carried me to that man's house before. Do you know? How did you lose that relationship? How do you lose that relationship? Many of you are losing value relationship right now. You are losing it. Timeless wisdom. Don't joke with relationship. What do I say? Don't joke relationship. Keep it. Maintain them. Maintain them. Be a true friend. Number 2, timeless wisdom. There is no better time to work harder than now. There's no better time to work more diligent than now. This is the best days of your life to be more diligent with your work. This is the best time to work harder and work smarter. Many of us, we are too young to be lazy. I've said that's the number. We are too young to be doing what we are doing with life. Nothing is pushing you. Work harder. Think smarter. Think of, let your dreams and aspirations be bigger and you are working towards it. It's time to do the hard work. Are you get what I'm saying? It's time. Proverbs 12 verse 11. It says, those who work their land will have abundance of food, but those who chase fantasies have no senses. So there are many people, the only thing they chase is fantasies and dreams. Work hard at your job and you will have what you need. Following a get-rich-quick scheme is nothing but what? A fantasy. Some of you want to get rich very quick. The only place you work hard is in your dream. You hear that? That's the only place some of you work hard. If you dream like this, you are working out, you are driving that car, having that money. Very lazy people. In real life, they can't do anything for money. They can't do anything for money. Don't be lazy. I say it in this church. You are not permitted to be lazy. You are not permitted to be jobless. If you don't have a job, go and volunteer somewhere. Are you get what I'm saying? Go and tell them, don't pay me. See, it's not possible. They will start paying you by the time they see your value. When they see your value, they will pay you. They will pay you. Don't fold your hands and you keep praying for miracles. Get out and go walk and stop dreaming. Are you getting what I'm saying, church? Proverbs 14:23. It says, all hard work brings a profit. May talks least only to poverty. When you work hard and smart, money will come. But some of you is only dream. I wish I want to buy iPhone 21. I want to buy car. I want to buy house. I want to buy shirts. I want to buy ring. I want to buy shoe. You only want to buy, but you are not working towards it. He said, if you work hard at what to do, great abundance will come to you. But merely talking about getting rich while living only to pursue your pleasures, bring your face to face with what? Poverty. So the only thing many people do is what? They only talk about these things and the desires. They are not working towards it. So it's good to talk it. It's also good to do work, to do the work. So as you are saying, what are you doing it? You are doing the work. Are you getting blessed? Proverbs 22 verse 29. Proverbs 22 verse 29. The Bible says, do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings and they will not serve before official low ranks. I like how this put it. He said, if you are uniquely gifted in your works, that is special tradition, you will rise and be promoted. Are you getting that now? You will be held back. You will stand before what? Before kings. In every industry, there are kings. In every field, there are kings. But the only thing that will make you stand out is your work. Is your hard work. Is your hard work. Is your giftings and talents. Is your gifting and talents. Don't just have dreams. It's time to show that you have this by working towards it. Are you getting what I'm saying, church? Work towards it. Work towards it. Work towards it. Let me close for tonight. Are you getting blessed? What was the first thing I said? Okay, number 2. Now, number 3, lose close to the first one I said. I said right now you should be a true friend. But right now, I want to say you should build relationship for the future. Build relationship for the what? For the future. Build relationship for the future. Build relationship for where you are going to. Do you hear what I just said? Build relationship for the future. Build relationship for where you are going to. Look at people who have gone to where you are going to and find a way to build relationship with them. This one is not friendship now. Are you getting what I'm saying now? It's not friendship. Be deliberate about it. Everything that works is connected. And there's a circle in life. If you're in that circle, it will get to you. Are you getting it now? If you're in the right circle, it will get to you. And I will show you from the scripture. If you are in a circle of poverty, you have money. Circle of poverty. Just keep breathing. Poverty must touch you. It must touch you. Have you not been to places? See, I've been places. There are churches that you go to. You go to. It's not a brand new car you bought to. Tokumbo car. You don't go last long. They go fire you something. Something will just there's a problem because it's a circle. It's not a brand new car. There's an area that you just buy Tokumbo car in that area. Everybody in that area is having issue with you. There are environment that you gen too much at 1 a.m. People will just start beefing you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now only every time they gen. One day you just go post water. See, poverty is a bastard. But I can be to this. Can bear witness. There was a time I was staying in such environments. And thief came to that environment. Listen. And they knock one guy's door. Open. He said, no, not be me that they look for. Now that guy, he was fighting to my room. Now he's the 100 every night. It was landlord that I heard that from it. He was pointing to my door, saying, now he's the 100, not be my door. And those guys, because they know where they were going to, and they left and they came to my door. Yeah, someone said, why did you say that? He said he knew that it's not him they're looking for. That it's me they're looking for. Do you know there's some environment that even though you have Mercedes Benz, CLX, wherever it is, nobody see you. Nobody send you. Tell your neighbors, work hard. Be in the right circle. Proverbs 13 verse 20. Let me show you something. Proverbs 13 verse 20. Give me KJV. Let me see KJV. KJV. He said, he that walk what? Shall be what? He that walk with what? So if you are in the circle of wise men, what will be your portion? Are you praying about it? No. Are you praying to be wise? So by the virtue that you are what? So if you are in the circle of rich people, what will be your portion? You see, it will come to you. You will attract it. David did not just become king. He never has it as a dream. Until today, somebody came to call him and say, come and blow trumpet for this king. And he entered into the kingdom for the first time. He dreamed to be king. When he was walking there, hey, see palace, see life, see slave. See slave. Now there is a see from there, now you see girls say, king, they enjoy you. For you, I say, me, I go enjoy. That's why you miss it. See. So be careful what you are wishing for when you don't have it. If you get to look, you say, So this man, he saw the king. Big gigantic bed. He look and say, this guy knows how we chop life. If I become king, I go chop life. I go live large. Dream change because he was in the right place. It's very important to go to places that will expand your thinking. I will change that thing. See, strive hard to look for such relationships. Strive hard to be in such circle. Genuinely. When you are in the counsels of the wise men, what happened to you? You will be wise. A companions of fools shall be destroyed. I like how NLT put it. NLT says, walk with the wise and become wise. For companions of fools suffers harm. TPT says, if you want to grow in wisdom, spend time with the wise. If you want to grow in wisdom, what do you do? Spend time with the wise. You want to have money, what do you do? And it applies to every area of life. You want to grow in fervency, what do you do? You want to become weak and backslide, what do you do? You want to stop coming to church, what do you do? You want to become useless, what do you do? That's just the way life works. So some of you, when I say that, I know I'm complaining about Stashola, for instance, and I say, this girl, change, repent. You don't want to hear. And I see that you are not making friends with her. I just know your future. I can tell you your future. Why is it that you, every time, is back, you used to sit? So when you walk with such people, you know where will you sit? So when you have friends, all your friends, Saku, are poor. Be deliberate. You don't know how to keep friends. You now want to still keep small one. It's not the poor one you are keeping. Something is wrong with you. Some of you, I don't know how to keep friends. It's your future you are joking with. See, let me tell you something. Some of us, we boast in the foolishness of the mistake of our parents. Your parent does not have friendship. Look at what he bought them. One day I told my mom, I said, stop telling me not to keep friends. See where you are not keeping friends. See where he brought you. Don't keep friends. Don't keep friends. See where you brought you. See where you are. I don't want to end like you. Me, I want to keep friends. Because I know the value of friendship. They will say, no, don't have friends. I know there's a good part of it. But listen to me. There is more advantage in it. You have been well taught to know the kind of friendship to keep. Are you get what I'm saying now? You have been well taught. There's a limit to how far you can go without a circle of people who know, of people who are. If you want to grow in wisdom, spend time with the wise. Okay, how will you spend time with the wise? On top of your phone? Inside your room? Every day, lock yourself inside door, inside the house. I'm an introvert. Give yourself what God did not call you. I don't know how to make friends. I don't understand. Who says that to you? God creates you. You don't know how to make friends? No. Walk with the wicked. I like this. Walk with the wicked and you what? Now let me tell you a story. There's a guy in this church, very fervent guy. And there's a girl in this church, very complaining girl. She knocks about everything. The day the guy started playing with that girl, they became close. I told my wife, something will happen very soon. Very soon. Just the guy said, sir. I said, no, go and stop working with that person. When you walk with the wise, when you walk with a good person, you become better. When you walk with a bad person, very soon you start hurting that way. That's why it's important who you work with and who you marry. Proverbs 27 verse 17. He says, as iron sharpens iron, as one person sharpens another, so we sharpens each other. We become better when we are doing the right thing together. We become better. He said, it takes a gardening whisk to sharpen a blade. So one person sharpens the what? The character of what? Of another. Proverbs 50:22, and that will be my last scripture for tonight. We need to close now. Proverbs 50:22. It says, plan fails for lack of counsel, but with many adversaries they succeed. Proverbs 15:22. Listen, it says, without counsels, purpose. Give me Passion Translation. Thank you. It says, your plans will fall apart right in front of you if you fail to have what? So, if you are in the wrong circle, see, what you need for your next level is just information. Are you getting it now? Good counsel will guide you right. He said, if you fail, your plans will fall apart in front of you if you fail to get good advice. But if you first seek out multiple counselors, you will watch your plan what? Succeed. That means that what? When you get good relationship and you seek counsels, get good mentorship, good people to guide you right, your plans will succeed. You are too young not to have somebody guiding you in life, not to have someone mentoring you in life. Some of you don't even have Holy Ghost as your mentor, as your guidance, because you don't talk to him. Even your pastor, I don't know how to say it. I don't know it. PM, I don't know how to start. And your plans keep failing. Look at it. It keeps failing. And some of you, they are pushing you. You keep rejecting advice. Listen to me. When you see someone who is higher than you telling you something, and it's good counsel, see, learn to know how to implement it. Learn to. Learn to. When they give you counsel, take it. And see, by the virtue of this counsel, especially when it's a spiritual authority. When it's spiritual authority. See, for some of us, probably we will not be where we are. We have known this thing early in life. I didn't grow up in a church where they taught me about friendship. In fact, everything they taught us about friendship to stay away from friendship. In fact, they built us so that we suspect everybody in our enemy, everybody in our potential enemy. In church, they throw guards. When they watch everybody, they watch your slippers. You want person for my slippers, Abi? Somebody come to your house, they give you food, you will not eat it. You don't understand. They give you food, you want to eat? You want to die? You go to their house, they serve you food, you'll be looking at the plate. Yeah. You first read Psalm 21, Psalm 24, Psalm 91. On top, Gary, where they give you. On top month, you can't read it. You are living in better days. Glory to God. You are living in better days. Are you getting what I'm saying? Learn these principles. Learn to apply them. They will change your life. They will change your life. Now, go and look at everybody in life who has achieved anything great in life. You will hear them talk about great men and women. When the MD, the CEO of Access Bank died, that was when I knew that life is about, and people, I see great men. I was watching a documentary today about that Ali Dangote, about his refinery, when he was saying that if there's one project he wish he has not embarked on, is that project. He said, but there are two friends who stood by him, who said, no, we will stand by you. Do you understand what I'm saying? When he said, when moment came that he became weak, now we are celebrating his achievement. He said, but there were moments, dark days, that the things they imported from abroad to Nigeria, there was no port to receive it in Nigeria. There is no where. So it was on the ocean. They have to build their own ports. He said, after they build the port in land, the weight of that thing cannot pass through Nigerian road. They have to create road. You can imagine such challenges. How many kilometer road to be able to build? He said, they didn't see that coming. But listen to me. He said, but there were two friends. When he was saying that, I said, who is that two friends? Or that one friend that will stay with you when your faith becomes weak? That will tell you, yes, we can do it. Let's do it. Even though 100 friends are saying no, don't go ahead. But this one stand behind you and say, no, you will succeed in it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Timeless wisdom. Go through your Bible, read from Genesis to Revelation. See men who